conclave of the Republic of India at the Manekshaw Center. General Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi is going to be our key speaker. Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai is going to be there. We have 4 general officers commanding, and the entire top brass of the Indian Army is exclusive. Can you keep quiet when I take them off when I'm talking about the Indian Army? Take them off. I am saying to our dear viewers of Republic that the biggest, take them off, the biggest military event post-Operation Sindoor, take him off, is going to be at the Manekshaw Center. Your network has the unique honor and privilege of hosting this event along with the Center for Land Warfare Studies. And I'm also delighted to say that our dear General G.D. Bakshi, who is not just a decorated officer, but a legend, is going to be one of our keynote speakers at that event. General Bakshi, we hope to see you there. Because, we need to put these Pakistanis in their place. They've gone crazy recently. They've gone crazy. Shumela, what's the problem? Tell me one thing. Shumela, listen.
Let me speak. Let me speak. You don't let any Pakistani
but speak decently, not like this guy.
You don't let anyone. The person sitting in front of you, he's shouting on us. Is that the way to debate?
Shouting?
You don't have any courage to listen. You don't have any manners to.
You are getting beaten by the Afghans. It's not our problem.
What kind of a media is this?
This is the number 1 network of Bharat.
You don't let anyone speak. You turn off the voices.
This is the number 1 network of Bharat.
The voices of everyone. Can you hide the truth in this way? No.
The biggest network of India.
Let Mr. Bakshi speak, the fake writer of narrative.
He's 1 minute. Shumela, not a word against General Bakshi personally, please. He's a father figure to me.
Yeah, I
and you ought to speak about him with respect.
If you talk about Asim Munir, then I can say anything to you.
Okay,
if you talk about my
General
chief,
Bakshi,
my field marshal, then I can say anything.
Okay, now listen.
You don't have a right to say about my field marshal.
Anyway, I said your failed marshal, your failed marshal has lost to the Afghans.
Before the war. That's why
Shumela, your failed marshal has lost the battle with the Afghans. You have lost to Afghanistan.
We will not yell at a lady, please.
We already gave you the lesson.
We would look forward to a very rational debate.
We know how to teach the lesson. Don't worry about that. आपकी रेटिंग नहीं आ सकती प्रोग्राम की अगर आप लोग पाकिस्तान डिस्कस ना करें आपके चैनल मीडिया के ठप्पों के बैठ जाएंगे अगर आप लोग पाकिस्तान का ये फेक नैरेटिव बिल्ड ना करें आप लोग इस फेक नैरेटिव को बिल्ड करते हैं जो किताब
The Indian Army, we don't raise our voices at women. Please.
अगर आप ख़वातीन इज्जत करते हैं आपके चैनल को
let's have a rational debate. I'd like to hear your viewpoint.
आप की कोशिश करते हैं सच को चीख के
Because I can't make out anything when you start, going very decibels higher than is required. Now, can I say something if you have finished?
Yes, please talk because you are talking. आपका तो ना आपको रोका जाएगा, ना आपको अर्नब गोस्वामी टोकेगा, ना आपको इंटरप्ट करेगा क्योंकि आप
मैं जनरल जीडी बख्शी का बहुत रिस्पेक्ट करता हूँ, इसीलिए मैं उन्हें टोकता नहीं हूँ. उनकी बात पूरे विश्व में लोग सीरियसली लेते हैं.
आप बैठे हैं वहाँ तमाम पैनलिस्ट का रिस्पेक्ट आपको बनता है.
मैं इनको करता हूँ. आपको प्रॉब्लम है मैं उनको करता हूँ रिस्पेक्ट. नहीं जनरल बख्शी, this is too much. She's disrespecting you. How do you expect me, General Bakshi, to be quiet? She's talking to you in a very casual manner. I am saying कि अफगानिस्तान.
He's not my general. He's not my general.
Well, he is my general. He is my general. So let me show him respect.
You should respect.
देखिए मैं एक विजुअल दिखाऊंगा. जनरल बख्शी एनालाइज करेंगे. एक विजुअल है द पाकिस्तानी. This is our Pakistani post.
You are just a little elder than my granddaughter. All right, granddaughter. So just listen calmly. The point, the problem is that Pakistan was trying to become a security provider in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Right? It had agreed to provide security to the House of the Saud. It has agreed to provide, peacekeeping force in Gaza, which will be required to disarm the Hamas. Right? And quite unfortunately, your own people, the Tehreek-e-Labbaik, are livid that you have been, I would not like to use that word, bootlicking Donald Trump to try and curry favor with the people in Washington, right? The problem is you've cut a very sorry figure with what the Taliban has done. It is not even a regular army. It's not even a regular military. You know, they are at best a former insurgent force.
Yeah.
I myself have been astonished by the way your army has taken a beating at the hands of a ragtag outfit like the Taliban. What happens to your security provider image in the Middle East? You will have to do something about it. Otherwise, it is a PR disaster. You know, otherwise, Asim Munir is very keen to come on the cameras. 3 months, 3 visits he has made to Washington. He's been on the cameras throughout. Last few 48 hours and more, he's vanished from your cameras.
No, another visual
He didn't
came.
go to Sharm el-Sheikh.
A breaking news video
Because
has
he's
come,
got
General
problems
Bakshi.
at home.
A breaking news video I'm going to run right now. Please look at this very closely. Pakistan had announced that it has killed TTP chief Noor Wali Mahsood. अभी इनको ऐसे फोन आ रहे हैं. Pakistan had said that Noor Wali Mahsood.
तुम्हें बड़ा डर लग रहा होगा अर्नब. तो बड़ा डर लग रहा होगा.
That Pakistan had said चिल्लाओ मत भाई.
अगर ISI से फोन आया होता तो तुम्हारी पतलून गीली होगी.
अरे रुकिए भाई मेरे पाकिस्तानी गोलगप्पे आप जरा आराम से बात करो मेरे साथ ऐसे बात मत करो just wait for me. अच्छा now the question is Samar I have to Samar Pakistan had claimed that the TTP chief Noor Wali Mahsood has been killed. I have just got a video. Haider, please, आपको फिर से insult करना पड़ेगा. In this video, Mahsood says हम तो लड़ रहे हैं पाकिस्तान के साथ. ऑडियो बढ़ाइए. This video is exclusively with Republic, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, the #1 network. Yeah, listen to this audio. Yeah, but whatever, I have the news. You don't have the news, so listen to him. You guys said you killed him. Here is the latest video. The latest video is on the channel. Increase the audio, please. Increase the audio. Increase the audio ताकि ये पाकिस्तानी सुन सके इनको. अफगानी में कुछ बोल रहे हैं. प्ले करिए ना. आपको ऑडियो प्रॉब्लम है प्रोड्यूसर्स. प्ले इट.
उनको बड़े प्रॉब्लम्स हैं अर्नब. बहुत
ऑडियो बढ़ाइए.
पहले अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स तो ठीक कर लो.
Arnab, I want to give some updates that I've got.
नहीं but
लो अर्नब आ गया पीएमओ से फोन आ गया. उसको समर को मैसेज आया.
does he always talk like this? What is this chichorapan? Please talk
I'm
properly.
an officer here. I mean, at least
talk like
at least talk with decency.
Complete chichorapan. What is this? Is this a way to talk?
Hey, I mean, does anybody talk to
Why
you
don't
and
you
say
learn
to you?
some manners from the lady next to you?
Yeah, learn some manners from her.
Please teach some manners to someone.
This is the face of Pakistan. Audience, look at this guy. He has no courtesy. He has no decorum. He has no manners. You are behaving like a typical jungli. And you are coming on a country's national television. You are making yourself a laughing stock. मतलब आपने खुद का मजाक बना के रखा है. Please take care of the 123 coffins that have arrived today. You keep shouting, shut up. That's not going to change the fact.
Haider Ayat Khan. Haider is shouting. Haider is shouting.
आज क्वेटा में 123 ताबूत पहुंचे हैं. Please cater to the families. Please cater to the families of the soldiers.
Louder for Haider.
आपके सिपाहियों को मारा गया है. जिस तरीके से उनकी पत्नियां मारी गई हैं.
समरपाल टूर को छोड़ दूंगा तुम कुत्तों की तरह छूट जाते हो.
और बात बता दूं. China is replenishing the Taliban with ammunition. China is replenishing Taliban because the Taliban has allowed the Chinese mining companies to be there in Afghanistan. And how China paying them back?
Do you have anything to prove this?
And they are also going to put
कुछ है तुम्हारे पास? जिस तरह अर्नब झूठ बोल रहे हैं वैसे ही मेजर तुम झूठ बोल रहे हो.
Going to bed with USA. Is this that China is going to bed with Taliban again?
1 minute. Let's hear the audio of the TTP guy. Audio.
ډېر ملګري د څو ورځې مخکې په 9 اکتوبر باندې پاکستاني میډیا او نور دنیا خبره ډېره په زور شروع وکړه چې په کابل باندې پاکستاني چټو بمبار کړی. په هغه کې د ما د شهادت خبره شوې وه. اوس کومه ډېر ملګری دی هغه تشویش کې دي اگر چې ما یو سعودي پیغام لګول د تسلط پر پرېخاو نو د ملګرو په مشوره زه د مشکور شو چې زه دنیا ته هم تحریک طالبان پاکستان ملګرو ته هم د پاکستان عوام ته هم د ویډیو په توسط په ذریعہ به د خپل هغه پیغام په داسې طرز باندې نشر کړ.
This very powerful video is saying that we are fighting Pakistan, we continue to fight them. See, they're coming for you, Shumela now. Also, I have news that curfew has been imposed all over Punjab and they want to ban the TLP.
It's not like this. I don't know from where you are getting these kind of a fake news and you're just trying to build a fake narrative.
Well, I mean,
and you're just a propaganda.
What is this video that I just showed?
Internet outage. There is clearly internet outage.
You don't have manners to talk. You don't have manners to talk to a lady. You're shouting on me. So shut your mouth.
You don't deserve respect.
I'm not listening to you. I'm not replying back. Learn some manners.
You do not deserve respect.
Learn
Shumela.
some manners.
You do not deserve respect, number one.
I know how to raise my voice
first
also.
listen to me.
So just
First
shut
go
your mouth.
attend the funeral of the 123 Pakistanis who have been killed. उनको पता है
We know
उनको
how to teach
पहले
you.
बोला गया
We already taught you a very good
कि
lesson.
जिंदा रहना तो पतलूने
Don't
छोड़ के
forget
जाओ.
that lesson.
They happily
Don't forget
remove
that
their
lesson. We
pants
already teach you.
and then they
We
were said
already gave
अपने
you a
हथियार
very good
जमा
lesson.
कराओ.
This is
Shumela,
the
one at a
problem.
time.
ऐसे भागे
And then you
and
have this
don't
kind of
forget
problem.
you
10
have
मई के बाद से ये
33
problem start हो गया है.
POWs
And we
आपके
are enjoying
जिंदा
this
फ्रंटियर
problem.
कोर के
हमारे channels
33
पे India नहीं
POW
चलता.
तालिबान के पास
हमारे
है.
channels
So
पे
if you
India
keep
नहीं चलता.
ranting, it's going to
Entertainment
do you
चलता
no
है.
good. You start planning
आपके पास
how you are
पाकिस्तान
going to
का
get the
चैनल आप लोगों
33
को rating नहीं आ
POWs
सकती.
back.
That's
Number
why
one.
I can understand
Now
your
I will tell
pain.
you
I can
कि
understand
आपने
your
कौन कौन से
feelings
इलाकों
for the
में
narrative
गड़बड़
building
की है.
for promoting
पहले हो गया
your
पक्तिया
channels. You're doing this.
स्पिन बोतलक में तो आपका फ्रेंडशिप द्वार था. The gateway to friendship has been destroyed today.
अफगानिस्तान के साथ फ्रेंडशिप
फिर दंड पतन
जैसी उनका
दंड
बंदा
पतन
आपके मुल्क में
district
पहुंचा
is again deployment of Taliban is there.
पीछे कौन है?
Now
Who is
let's
behind these
come to
attacks?
a
India
few
is
more
behind
places.
these attacks.
Nimrod.
India is always behind.
No, India is
every
not.
terrorist act
One,
against
Shumela,
Pakistan.
General Bakshi is there out
are
here.
issues in Balochistan.
Shumela, I asked you and Haider Hayat Khan, your Khwaja Asif is also
Beta,
saying.
show us the proof.
Yeah, show us the proof that we have anything to do with the Taliban attacks on you. Why would we do that? I mean, you are going and crying, uncle. You are going and saying that Trump should intervene. Yeah, but you have to show some proof. I mean, is there any proof? That if you have any proof, show it to General Bakshi right now.
Okay,
You are unable to secure your own
first
backyard.
Of all, I challenged you that you should show some proof, but you are not even apologizing. जो मेजर समरपाल तूर ने भी एक्सेप्ट किया कि ये T-55 टैंक पाकिस्तानी नहीं है, तो पहले एटलीस्ट अपने अंदर इतनी करेज पैदा करो, माफी मांगो इस चीज पर, बताओ कि मेरी आदत है झूठ बोलने की, तो ये भी मैंने एक और झूठ बोला, उसके बाद आगे बात
Okay,
करो.
I'll
What
tell you.
is the...
No, 1 minute, boy. Samar.
The main question is why is the Pakistani flag painted on it?
Just 1 minute. Samar, he's trying to get away and I want to... Now, Haider, don't cry so loud. The Afghan National Defense and Security Forces have seized 2 Pakistani T-80 tanks, right?
चलो पहले
T-80
था, T-80 हो गया.
हाँ तो T-80, T-55 क्या फर्क पड़ता है? टैंक लिया ना? You know, he's trying to run away saying, oh, you said 55, now you're saying 80. So T-80 tanks, okay, T-80, Baba, be happy. It's a T-80 tank. अरे मैं आर्मी ऑफिसर नहीं हूँ, मेरे को T-55, T-80 इतनी पता नहीं चलता है डिफरेंस, मगर मैं खुद का कह रहा हूँ मेन क्वेश्चन है कि आपके टैंक को पकड़ के रेड किया. And this raid happened in Torkham. This raid happened in Torkham, and the T-80 tanks were in Torkham, and this has been made very clear. After that, Khwaja Asif said,
Even this is a lie.
There is a Pakistani flag drawn on the tank. There is a Pakistani flag drawn on the tank. That is the only question. Why is it there? Is it
Where is the
like...
flag?
See,
Show me.
no, I
Where
want
is
to
the
ask,
flag?
when Pakistan would have had good relations with Afghanistan, could be Pakistan would have given them these tanks. That could be one scene. So,
Okay.
see, we are not... be
At least
reasonable.
Show me the Pakistani
Be
flag.
reasonable. And
At
the
least
main
show me the
question is,
Pakistani flag.
what are the
For
pants
God's sake,
of the
stop
frontier
fooling you
corps
people.
soldiers doing
कितना
with
झूठ
Taliban?
बोलोगे?
What are the G3 weapons doing with the Taliban? So please answer the question. How are you going to organize the funeral of 123 coffins that have arrived in Kota today? How are you going to tackle that? Then see, I'll tell you, I'll make you count. TTP, please listen, let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable. पहली चीज तो आप बताएं, TTP, BLA, BRA, BLF, खैबर पख्तूनवा में प्रॉब्लम है, तालिबान के साथ प्रॉब्लम है, ईरान के बॉर्डर पे सिस्तिया में प्रॉब्लम है, फिर आपके पास फ्लड्स आ चुके हैं, आपकी इन्फ्लेशन ऑल टाइम हाई है, आप कर्जे में डूब चुके हो, आपकी फौज के साथ मैं बताऊं आपके पिलर कौन है? जैश-ए मोहम्मद, लश्कर-ए तैयबा, अल-कायदा, TRF, PAAF, ये लोग तो आपके वो हैं, पिलर्स हैं। और जो पाकिस्तान आर्मी है वो अपनी पतलूने उतार के G3 राइफल समेत वो सौंप रही है तालिबान को। तो आप बताइए कि आपकी बारी कब आने वाली है?
Shumela, will you admit that the ceasefire attempt has failed? But the ceasefire attempt has failed. No, you said there is a ceasefire. Shumela, there is no ceasefire today.
Just they are removing their pants.
Shumela, louder.
यही बैठे-बैठे खबरें मनगढ़ंत बनाते हैं और उसके बाद एक नैरेटिव बिल्ड करते रहते हैं। फेक नैरेटिव में एक्सपर्ट हो चुके हैं आप लोग। इसको यही नहीं पता कि T55 किसका है, ये बात कर रहा है। पहले अपॉलॉजी तो करे अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन के ऊपर, पहले माफी तो मांगे। T25 रशियन टाइप्स है, वो बात क्या कर रहा है? भाई तो की इंफॉर्मेशन है कोई नहीं, कोई कहता है कि अफगानिस्तान में
सुमैरा
बैठा हूँ मैं,
बेटा आपके सामने क्लियर विजुअल्स दिखाई दिए जा रहे हैं। दी अमेरिकन से डोंट टेल अस, शो अस। We are showing you live visuals. आपके पास है proof तो आप दिखाइए। We would very much like to hear your side of the story. As military professionals, we'd like to hear both sides. But आप हमें evidence दिखाइए ना। I mean, just claims don't make a difference. And I just want to ask you one thing. No, Sumaira, you seem to be reasonably well read. Tell me one thing. Your country was trying to establish an image of security provider in the Middle East. Hasn't your image taken a knock, and what will you do to refurbish Pakistan's military image in the Middle East?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wrap this up by saying that, see, at the end of the day, Shumela, listen, you're a coward.
तुम लोग लकी हो कि अफगानिस्तान के पास आर्मी नहीं है।
You take his body back.
अर्नब, तुम लोग लकी हो कि
collect his body back.
Yeah, also, why haven't you taken back the bodies of your soldiers? The Afghans want to return the bodies. Why haven't you taken the bodies back? The visuals of the bodies are there.
Do they have any army?
These are visuals of Pakistani soldiers' bodies. Why don't you take it back?
His body is with us. His body is in India. Please take it back.
These are bodies of Pakistani soldiers, Kargil style. They are refusing to take it back.
कारगिल के टाइम में इनकी citation हमने लिखी थी.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have little time for this, so I have to close this. But there's another lie I want to expose tonight, which is that US President Donald Trump is under a lot of pressure over his complete and abject failure to end the Russia-Ukraine war, and he's pulling out this narrative that he somehow called Narendra Modi, and Narendra Modi agreed to stop buying Russian oil. Now, Prime Minister Modi is being very polite with Trump, but truly, this man is exasperating, absolutely exasperating. This is what he said. Then we'll have a sharp one on this.
The India-US tussle over Russian oil imports is back in focus.
He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You know, you can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon. If India doesn't buy oil, it makes it much easier. And they're not going to buy. They assured me they will. Within a short period of time, they will not be buying oil from Russia. And they'll go back to Russia after the war's over.
US President Donald Trump today claimed, yet again, that India is going to cut down Russian oil imports.
He's a great man, you know. Modi is a great man. So I was not happy that India was buying oil. And he assured me today that they will not be buying oil from Russia. That's a big stop. Now I got to get China to do the same thing.
The MEA had to fact-check the American president on his claims to have gotten assurance from PM Modi on cutting down the Russian oil.
See, on the issue of energy sourcing, we have made a statement. This was put out in the morning today. We would request you to look at that particular statement for the questions that you have. On the question of whether there was a conversation or a telephone call between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump, I am not aware of any conversation yesterday between the two leaders.
The MEA in a statement said that India is a significant importer of oil and gas and that our priority is to safeguard the interest of the Indian consumer. In one fell swoop, India once again has countered Trump head-on, while he expected India to bow down like his new lackey, Pakistan.
Prime Minister of Pakistan got up the other day, said so beautifully, says, you saved millions of lives. He told that to a group of people right in this office. He said the president saved millions of lives.
Meanwhile, Russia says it's India's call to make.
The Indian side will continue to import Russian energy, Russian oil.
This is the question to the Indian government. So, Indian government is, as I said, having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place, and our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
While India stands resolute on its energy security red line, US is struggling to bring peace to the war that Trump claimed he could end in one day. The big question is this a tactic or just desperation?
So this fact-checking only happens from India. And Matthew Vadam, the government of India said there was no such call, there's no such promise on oil. Isn't it wrong? I mean, it's unethical for the president to make up stories.
Donald Trump is first and foremost a salesman, and he does embellish and engage in puffery in order to get deals done. So, we don't know. So it's possible he was just making that up, as salespeople often do. In the context of international diplomacy, it seems like a bad idea. He said he had a private conversation with Prime Minister Modi, where Modi said they would soon stop buying Russian oil. So I don't know if that happened or if it didn't happen. I think the Indian government was unclear in the statement that it made on that. But I think that it's pretty clear that India has no intention for the time being of stopping its purchases of oil from Russia, which it gets at a discount because of the international the embargo. Or
but then you're saying he engages as puffery, he makes things up. I mean, that's not the right way for a president of the United States to behave, to make up stories. And I think the Indian government was quite clear. What do you think, Nikita? The Indian government said, Ministry of External Affairs, that the president of the US says that he had a call with Prime Minister Modi yesterday, but there was no such call yesterday at all. That's not to say he may not have had a call with him like 5 months back, but factually, Trump was wrong.
I think we should understand. The Trump is in fact a White House dreamer. We hear a lot of his declarations about stories about he stopped this war, that conflict. It is just a fairy tales, traditional American propaganda. Trump pretends to be a hero, and he is developing the stories about his victories on diplomacy field, in economy, in other ways. In fact, we understand that Trump isn't as perfect as he pretends to be. In fact, I would like to say that India actually do much work to support Russia in liberating Ukrainian territory from NATO occupation. In fact, of course, our economic ties are important, and India helped to break Western sanctions against our country and helps to liberate Ukrainian land from the occupation. In fact, hundreds of Indian volunteers fighting in the Russian army to finish this war, to move away Trump mercenaries, NATO warriors from the Ukrainian territory, to take its independence back. In my honor opinion, for Russia and India, it is actually easy to understand each other. Our Ukrainian war is in fact our do it or die history.
Yeah,
As
but
you
this Trump making the point, if he's made up a story, is that an attempt at trying to put some pressure on India while the trade talks are dormant but slowly progressing? Sushant.
Let's forget about Mr.
Sushant.
As I said, he can't tell some kind of...
Sushant, the windows would help. Thank you.
I don't know how. I don't think any Indian should get taken in either by Trumpery or by puffery, which is the two things which Trump seems to have in abundance of. So I don't think that is really going to matter. Secondly, I think he could be trying whatever tricks he's trying. The Prime Minister did have a conversation with him a couple of days back, maybe a week, 10 days back, at the time of the Gaza peace deal being negotiated. But look, even for example, for the sake of argument, if the Prime Minister did give him some assurance, and I don't think it would have been as stark as what Trump makes it out to be. He's known to be a little economical with the truth. But the thing is that if the Prime Minister did say something to him in confidence, then I think it's rather strange that somebody like the American president comes out and says this publicly. And if the Prime Minister didn't say anything to him, which leads to this conclusion, then I think it's even a greater shame that he misrepresents his conversation with the Prime Minister. But I think the Ministry of External Affairs has made it very clear. Our other colleague on the panel can say that it wasn't very clear, that there was a certain amount of ambiguity. I don't think there is any ambiguity. The clarity is that India is buying Russian oil, not because India wants to fund the Russian war or as our friend from Russia is saying that we are helping Russia. It's not because of that. We are buying oil from Russia simply because the price is right. The price is right. The economics is working out. It's working out better buying oil from Russia than buying oil from some of our traditional suppliers. So why would we not buy oil from them?
I get a feeling, Sushant.
One second. Are the Americans going to Pakistan to get rare earths which they can't get from China? So if tomorrow we say that we will impose 500% tariffs on you because you are going to a terrorist state and you are lauding and welcoming a terrorist state to the White House, how would that play out? So I don't think this really works. And finally, the other trumpery is that I saved millions of lives in the subcontinent. The Pakistanis have continuously denied that there was no threat of any nuclear war. The Indians have said there was no threat of any nuclear war.
But and I think people in India are beginning to look at Trump, Matthew, as a one-year problem. You see, Trump will lose all his powers in October, November 2026. It always happens in the midterm. So Trump is 1 year, one more year you have to tolerate Trump. You can throw the ball down the road. You can say, okay, Mr. Trump, okay, you're throwing a tantrum. Okay, we'll think about it. Okay, it takes time. Let's keep talking. People have learned how to deal with Trump because he's going to be without half his powers in November 2026 when he loses the midterm. And that's going to be historically, he will lose the Senate in October, November, which means he will not...
He might lose the House. He won't lose the Senate. No one
but a Democratic-led legislature...
Republicans will not lose the Senate.
Yeah, but
no one is saying. The House, maybe.
Well, you know, the reality is that he's got a thin majority there. And historically, 20 of the 22 midterm elections in the past, the president's party loses ground. So he'll lose ground. He'll be weak. He won't even have these sweeping powers. So things are going to change. So for a country like India, we'll then say, okay, let's just handle him like a spoiled child for a few more months.
Well, he will, he will be at the height of his power in terms of having Congress on his side for another year at least. And then, if the Republicans lose control of Congress or part of Congress, then Trump's powers will be diminished when the new Congress is sworn in January of 2027. So some people who don't like his policies may choose to wait out, to wait for this diminution of his power to take place, and India, may do that as well. I don't think anyone's mentioned so far in this program that the reason that Donald Trump is pressuring India to stop buying Russian oil is to hurt Russia's war effort in Ukraine. So
no, I think it's very good.
This is a noble goal to hurt Russia's war effort in Ukraine.
Yeah, but the MAGA vote bank is sliding.
India isn't going to agree to
U.S. shutdown is on its 13th day.
In order to help that.
I think India has decided we'll manage Trump for a while. We just manage him. He's a problem for a few more months. A great country like India knows how to manage Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm back, why a mafia don called Shahabuddin becomes the #1 subject in the elections and why Jungle Raj is the issue the BJP wants to pick up in a big way.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान 20 मिनट के अवधि में 40 करोड़।
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
I've always held that one of the biggest problems today is that Gen Z youngsters, many of them have no idea or living memory of how bad things have been under the Congress, under this hodgepodge coalition members who call themselves the Indie Alliance. And because they don't know how bad things are, how gangsters used to rule Bihar, how there was so much corruption under the Congress party, how there was scam after scam after scam, and Rahul Gandhi would keep quiet and hide while all that happened. This is the reason why many people believe they're an alternative. Now, many people believe Tejasvi is an alternative. But Tejasvi inherits the political legacy of his father, Lalu Prasad. And if you have any doubt in your mind about what people like Lalu stood for, listen, ladies and gentlemen, to a phone conversation of which we got a secret recording at Republic. And Lalu Prasad was very scared that this would go out in the media, tried to stop it, but Republic put this out. This is a conversation between a mafia don and a gangster called Shahabuddin on the one side, and Lalu Prasad on the other. This is the mafia don, this is the gangster. His name is Shahabuddin. He died at the age of 53 of COVID in 2021. But he was a dreaded man, a person who has killed many people. And ladies and gentlemen, he had AK-47s. He would carry out kidnappings and extortion. And I'll tell you later why I'm talking about him right now. But this is the reality of the Indie Alliance. That it was an alliance whose members were providing patronage to the most dreaded extortionists, gangsters, and mafia dons. This man called up Lalu Prasad from jail, and look at how he gave him instructions. This is the cozy relationship between Indie Alliance members and the mafia. Listen to this.
Hello, जी प्रणाम। हाँ बोला, सिवान की खबर उबर ले सिवान का मीरगंज का तो सुन लिया नहीं, सिवान में ज्यादा भाई तो वो जिनो छाता वाला हम बतेले रहनी है एकनी के गलती से आज नौमी वाला पुलिस के डिप्यूटेशन करे के चाहिए नहीं किया था। नहीं कुछ नहीं, खत्म है भाई एसपी आपका, ये सब कोटा ही नहीं बड़ा दंगा करा देगा सब। आज कुछ हुआ है? हाँ, हमको लगता है कि गोली वोली भी चली है पुलिस की तरफ से। आगे क्या है, कहाँ पर? नवलपुर में तो ईटा पत्थर चला था, लेकिन अभी विधायक जी किसी से बात कर रहे थे तो इनको बताया लोग कि हाँ वहाँ कोई गोली वोली चली है पुलिस करी। पता करता है, पता कर ले कारगिल वाला में कहीं।
So here it is, a gangster, mafia don, murderer, killer of people, directing Lalu Prasad what to do, that also from jail. Now this particular video I'm putting out should go to people in Gen Z, so that they realize next time Rahul Gandhi and Lalu Prasad joined hands, what they actually stand for. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a Republic 27 expose, and here we are today. The RJD, Lalu's party, Tejasvi's party, has given an assembly ticket to this criminal, this mafia don's son, who's called Osama. So Osama got a ticket right from the hands of Lalu Prasad to fight from the Raghunathpur constituency in Siwan. Why did Osama get a ticket is what the nation wants to know. What does Osama stand for? What is Osama's achievement? Why is the India Alliance giving Osama a ticket? What is the value addition that Osama will bring? Or is this a way of Lalu Prasad saying that like I used to deal with your Mafia Don father, Shahabuddin, Tejasvi, my son, will now deal with you. So this is the same relationship going across generations. Could they find nobody else? And viewers, is this also going to be accepted by the secularati? Let me give you some history. Why is Osama given a ticket? Is Osama given a ticket because in 1996, his father tried to assassinate the then superintendent of police? Is Osama being given a ticket because his Mafia Don father's goons opened fire on the police because he sat in jail and told Lalu what to do? Is Osama being given a ticket because 3 AK-47 rifles, illegal weapons, night vision devices and ammunition stamped with Pakistan Ordnance Factory markings were recovered from his raided premises? How did ammunition with Pakistan Army markings reach a Mafia Don who was working closely with Lalu Prasad and whose son Osama is now being given a ticket by the same alliance? So, you know, these people believe they can fool you, they can talk about secularism, they can talk about all kinds of things, but what this represents is without doubt the return of Jungle Raj, ladies and gentlemen. And now the CPM, ladies and gentlemen, is part of this great alliance. The CPM and the CPI-ML should remember that so many murders were done of CPI-ML leaders, including Chandrasekhar Prasad, and after that, Lalu got Shahabuddin exclusive and luxury treatment in jail. And today, Lalu's son Tejasvi gives Shahabuddin's son Osama a ticket to fight an election. Ladies and gentlemen, journalists exposed how this man, Osama's father, was meeting ministers and MLAs inside jail, and the journalist who exposed that was killed. If journalists today do not have the guts to talk about what this visual represents, if journalists today covering the Bihar elections want to do cozy interviews and think that is political coverage, and some of the more foolish ones will go there and say, let us eat food, and the coverage of food becomes the coverage of an election, those people are so stupid. They should be talking about how this equation between Lalu and Shahabuddin is being extended into a new equation between Tejasvi and Osama. This is nothing else, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, there are charges against Osama also. So many: criminal trespassing, firing, criminal conspiracy. Whatever things are, Osama is himself out on bail. And this visual of Osama being given a ticket represents the return of an attempt to carry out Jungle Raj. And therefore, I want to tell the people of Bihar, the ball is in your court. You decide what you stand for. And for people across the country, and especially Gen Z, who think, oh, these people are alternative. Rahul Gandhi is an alternative. I would just say one thing. Does Rahul Gandhi have the guts to ask for the reason for Osama being given a ticket? Does Rahul Gandhi have the guts to call up Tejasvi and say, Tejasvi, Lalu and Shahabuddin represented a dirty alliance between politics and the mafia? Are we back to that dirty alliance between the politics and the mafia and gangsterism all over again? But the fact is, Rahul Gandhi does not have the guts to ask that question. Does he? Let's debate.
हेलो जी प्रणाम। हाँ बोला, सिवान की खबर ओवर ले ले। सिवान का मीरगंज का तो सुन लिया। नहीं, सिवान में ज्यादा भाई तो वो जिनो छाता वाला हम बतेले रहनी है एकनी के गलती से आज नौमी वाला पुलिस के डिप्यूटेशन करे के चाहिए। नहीं क्या था? नहीं कुछ नहीं, खत्म है भाई एसपीएफ का। ये सब कोटा ही नहीं, बड़ा दंगा करा देगा सब। आज कुछ हुआ है? हाँ, हमको लगता है कि गोली वोली भी चली है पुलिस की तरफ से। फायरिंग किया है? कहाँ पर? नवलपुर में तो ईटा पत्थर चला था, लेकिन अभी विधायक जी किसी से बात कर रहे थे तो इनको बताया लोग कि हाँ वहाँ कोई गोली वोली चली है, पुलिस फायरिंग। कहाँ पर है? पता करता है, पता कर ले, कारगिल वाला में ठीक है।
The conversation between RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav and then RJD MP and our dreaded criminal Mohammad Shahabuddin from 2017. The Lalu tapes expose the nexus between Dons and Lalu's party, the RJD. Self-styled Don Shahabuddin was later sentenced to life term for his crimes ranging from kidnapping and extortion to even murder. Now 8 years later, Lalu's RJD has fielded his son Osama Shahab from the Raghunathpur Assembly constituency in Siwan district of Bihar.
बिहार में उसी खौफ को लाना चाहते हैं। जब शहाबुद्दीन साहब के ऊपर पूरा लालू प्रसाद का हाथ होता था तो सिवान में क्या पत्रकार, क्या आम आदमी घुसना मुश्किल था, क्या हिंदू, क्या मुसलमान, सभी मारे जाते थे। तो उनके बेटे को लाया जा रहा है और बात करें हम नया बिहार बनाएंगे।
जंगल राज वालों ने, भ्रष्टाचारियों ने किसको टिकट दिया है? बाहुबलियों के, गुंडों के बेटों को, जिनके अतीक अहमद से संपर्क है।
ये अपराध की पृष्ठभूमि वाले चाहे कोई भी व्यक्ति हो, वह राजनीति के लायक नहीं है, उसका तो जेल में जगह होना चाहिए।
Shahabuddin's son himself is out on bail after getting arrested for the crimes like criminal trespass, indiscriminate firing, and even attempt to murder. With RJD reviving its Jungle Raj blueprint even before elections, will Bihar accept it?
At 9:28, I will start taking calls. I'll start with a one-on-one. We have full representation of RJD, Jan Swaraj Party, Congress, JDU, and BJP. We are opening tonight with a fight between Anwar Pasha of the RJD and Rohan Gupta, who's part of the BJP war room, and is live from Patna this evening. Anwar Pasha, the problem is, I'll tell you right at the start, is that very often I find that when you are debating, you carry on speaking over everybody else. And while you are a good speaker, this is a bad habit, where you speak over everybody else, right? And then you don't stop. So I would request you that in the interest of the debate, when I request you to pause, you pause. I'm starting with you. I am starting with you. Shahabuddin is a gangster. Shahabuddin is a murderer. Shahabuddin was a mafia don. And Shahabuddin gave instructions to Lalu from jail. I have exposed Shahabuddin. I have exposed Lalu. Till today, Lalu can't say that that voice is not his. Now, intergenerational relationship between mafia and politicians. Lalu with Shahabuddin and Tejasvi with Osama. Intergenerational mafia politician cooperation, a promise of Jungle Raj. Now, everybody is watching you. There's nothing to defend. If you have anything to defend, put it out now. Anwar Pasha.
Arnabji, good evening. In fact, you have a bad habit of defaming the entire journalist community by siding with the ruling party and the ruling government, ruling class. This is also a bad habit. You talked about Gen Z. You should also remind the Gen Z about the legacy of Godse, who killed Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation. You should also remind the Gen Z. You should also remind the Gen Z that who are the people, who are the criminals who have been freed from jail by the government, by your government.
Come to the point, you're giving this long introduction. What is the Osama's qualification? Osama is the son of Shahabuddin, who's a mafia don. I mean, come to the point. Itna lamba chauda. Come to the point. Come to the point.
I'm replying to you.
No, you are not replying. You give a lecture for half an hour. You avoid my question.
The criminals. Why you are so disturbed when your heroes are being named. I will name your heroes. Do you know your
You
hero?
don't have to fight with me, yaar. I'm not fighting the election.
Do you know your hero?
I am not fighting the
Anand
election.
Singh? These are your
I am
heroes.
not. I am saying
You are-
what is
you are
Osama's
talking
qualification.
like
The
a
nation
spokesperson
wants
of
to know.
BJP.
The nation
You are
wants to know
defending
what is
the
Osama's
BJP.
qualification.
You are defending BJP.
What is
That's why
Osama's
I'm talking to you.
qualification?
Directly, I'm talking to you.
Arey, you are not talking
not
to
a
me. You are
journalist.
not talking to me
You are a
directly.
spokesperson of BJP and RSS.
You are running away
You
from
have a-
me on
you
my
have a-
program because I have mentioned Shahabuddin and
Manwadi
Osama.
mindset.
You know,
You
now this
cannot
Jungle
accept
Raj,
Lalu
Osama has
Prasad
been
Yadav
given
ji.
a ticket. Why have you given
Fake
Osama a
AIA
ticket?
generated. You are presenting a fake AIA generated audio.
AI generated
What this audio says?
AI.
Is Lalu Prasad Yadav is going to support that thing?
AI.
Does this audio say that yes, he is doing good? Everything is good?
ये
They are
2017 का ऑडियो
discussing that
AI
how
में
to
नहीं था
control
तब.
the law and
Hello,
order situation
I
in
put out this
Siwan.
audio 9 years back. There was no AI
AI
then.
generated audio. Don't fool the people of country.
चलो.
People of country, people of Bihar, they want job.
चलो take me
Youth
to
want
court ना.
job.
आपको problem है तो
Hero,
take me
who
to
is hero
court about
today?
this video. मैंने तो
Tejasvi
दिखा दिया है 9
Prasad
साल
Yadav
पहले.
is the hero
9 साल
of
तक
Bihar.
आपकी हिम्मत नहीं हुई
The
कोर्ट में ले
entire
जाने
new
की.
generation,
What
the
nonsense.
youth are supporting
I have exposed this 9 years back,
Tejasvi
Baba.
Prasad Yadav.
9 years back I have
Because he has
exposed it.
promised- He has promised to deliver job to each and every
He has-
family in Bihar.
Chal.
This is our agenda.
Jungle
Your
Raj.
agenda is 20 years back.
Jungle
we are
Raj.
looking forward. We are looking forward.
Jungle
we
Raj
are
part
giving
2.
agenda. Our leader Shri Tejasvi Prasad Yadav is giving agenda. He is providing. He has promised to provide job to every family in Bihar.
Boring.
And this shows how this 20 years government has failed.
Shahabuddin's son is being chosen for a ticket. His name is Osama. The nation wants to know why Osama is given a ticket by you. Shahabuddin's son Osama has been chosen by the India Alliance. This is the progress you want to give Bihar. You want to give Osama a ticket. If you could, you would give Shahabuddin a ticket.
The bogey of 20 years back, you are trying to hide your failure.
20 years back, you gave Jungle Raj. What will you give
failed
now?
to deliver in 20 years.
Look at how nervous
you
he gets.
You have not delivered anything.
Look at how nervous he
You have
gets.
not provided job to the youth. Youth are disappointed.
Jungle Raj.
Youth of Bihar are disappointed.
Okay.
That's why they're looking forward. They are looking towards our
Excuse me.
They know that he delivered 5 lakh job in 17 months government. So youth believe him. That's why they are going to elect
Thank you.
Tejasvi Prasad Yadav ji.
RJD and BJP audio up again. Once more play the audio in the screen with loud voice, please. Loud. लोग सुने इसको. सुनिए. From jail.
You can play it.
हेलो जी प्रणाम हाँ बोल रहा सिवान की खबर उबर ले सिवान का मीरगंज का तो सुन लिया नहीं सिवान में ज्यादा भाई तो वो दिनों छाता वाला हम बतेले रहनी है एकनी के गलती से आज नौमी वाला पुलिस के डिप्यूटेशन करे के चाहिए नहीं क्या था नहीं कुछ नहीं खत्म है भाई एसपी आपका ये सब कोटा ही नहीं बड़ा दंगा करा देगा सब आज कुछ हुआ है हमको लगता है कि गोली वोली भी चली है पुलिस के
गोली वोली भी चली है
आगे क्या है कहाँ पर नवलपुर में तो ईटा पत्थर चला था लेकिन अभी विधायक जी किसी से बात कर रहे थे तो इनको बताया लोग कि हाँ वहाँ कोई गोली वोली चली है पुलिस पता करता है पता कर ले कारगिल वाला में कहीं
ये दिस इज हाउ ये जंगल राज के समय में लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन एंड आई वांट टू टेल जेन जी प्लीज रिमेंबर वन थिंग you don't know, maybe you don't remember what happened, but everyone remembers. Anwar Pasha remembers. Oh, you know, when his daughter Misa got married, these Lalu's people went and emptied all the car showrooms. गाड़ियाँ दो, लालू जी की बेटी की शादी हो रही है. ये समाज कल्याण था इनका.
Election Commission.
Okay. Boring. Rohan Gupta on the debate. Rohan Gupta of the BJP is on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, phone lines will be open in a few minutes.
Majority of criminals are with BJP.
See, Arnab, you have been, the way he is shouting, I think he has not seen the topic of the debate. And even if he has seen, he has no words. Because whatever he is right now on debate is indefendible. See, ideologies will never change. The generation has changed, but ideology will never change. And that is why Osama has been given the ticket. And now you expect people like Osama to give the jobs to people of Bihar. This is the आगाज of Jungle Raj 2. और एक कहावत है, बड़े मियाँ तो बड़े मियाँ, छोटे मियाँ सुभान अल्लाह. Our Tejasvi has proved this by giving ticket to Osama, their commitment to Shahabuddin family, whom he called on the foundation day of RJD, Shahabuddin Amar Rahe. So do you feel that people of Bihar will trust this kind of mindset? They have got away with Jungle Raj for last 20 years hard work. Even today, the people who have seen that Jungle Raj, they get up with terror at night remembering those days. What you remember of Misha Bharti's birthday and all, people are not going to forget that. And do you feel that people of Bihar will forgive you for giving ticket to Osama? This is the agaz of Jungle Raj too, and people of Bihar know you, that's why they will never give you chance. Whatever you try, whatever you do shout, this is the debate, you cannot hijack the debate. You have to talk on the point. And I can challenge you, if you have guts, you please speak on Osama, rather than going here and there. I can also shout Mr. Pasha. And this kind of nuisance on debate, people don't like that. Arnab's debate is watched by crores of people across the India. And the way you are shouting clearly shows that you cannot defend this indefensible. And the Indi-Gadbandhan leaders must answer today what is their compulsion of giving ticket to Osama. It clearly shows that they are not bothered
about the India Alliance given a ticket to Osama.
They are clear with their ideology that come what may, we will give ticket to Osama. आपको जो करना है करो, हम जंगल राज को वापस लाएंगे. बिहार की जनता कभी माफ नहीं करेगी आपको. ये बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा होने वाला है. ये आपकी असलियत जनता के सामने लेके आइए. आप किसको, आपके ओसामा जैसे लोग बिहार की जनता को नौकरी देंगे? ओसामा जी से लोग विकास लाएंगे? क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप क्या माइंडसेट लेके जा रहे हैं? जनता कब जो कंप्लेंट करेगी 20 साल का सुशासन के सामने आपका जंगल राज, आप जंगल राज 2 को लेंगे, जनता माफ करेगी? ओसामा के खिलाफ केसेस हैं, ओसामा के खिलाफ हत्या के केसेस है, फिरौती के केसेस है, आपको उसने टिकट दे दिया? क्या बताता है? ये आपका कंपल्शन है, ये आपकी मानसिकता है, ये आपकी विचारधारा है. देश की जनता, बिहार की जनता कभी भी इस मानसिकता के साथ किसी भी पार्टी को अब माफ नहीं करेगी. 20 साल हो गए.
Ministers who are there in Bihar's cabinet, they are the cabinet minister in Bihar. They have dozens of criminal cases against them. Talk about them also.
कि आपकी विचारधारा चेंज नहीं होगी. आप शाहबुद्दीन जैसे लोगों के साथी रहेंगे जिन्होंने हत्या की है, फिरौती की है. अब आप जेल से अगर लालू यादव शाहबुद्दीन से बात करके कर सकते हैं तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि क्या मानसिकता है. आपकी तुष्टिकरण की
You will remain with the legacy of Godse.
आपकी भ्रष्टाचार,
आपकी विचारधारा भी Godse की विचारधारा बदल नहीं सकती.
पूरी तरह से
आपकी जनरेशन टू जनरेशन गॉडसे की विचारधारा को कैरी ऑन करेगी.
रखने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा. ये मैं आपको बोल के जा रहा हूँ. मैं बिहार में हूँ 1.5 महीने से. मैं जनता
Professor Anwar Pasha, I want to just intervene for a moment, and I need to be given a chance to speak here. This fellow Osama is accused, he's on bail, attempt to murder, destruction of property, criminal trespassing, firing, and criminal conspiracy. Basically, let me tell you, he believes that he's Shahabuddin 2.0. A case was filed against him during the MLC election. Just imagine, a gangster filed a case on him. इन पर केस किसने की? एक गैंगस्टर ने की. और उसमें कहा कि ओसामा AK-47 यूज करके एक प्लॉट किया टू असैसिनेट मी, which means basically a gangster is saying he's such a big gangster, Osama, that he tried to kill me. This case was registered against Osama. Firing, destroying vehicles, property dispute and all that. But the most important thing is, what does Osama stand for? Osama stands for what his father stood for. And what did his father stand for? Sanjay Kumar, I want to welcome you in, and along with Vivek Kumar of the Jan Suraj party. Sanjay, 1 minute, please. Calm down, everyone. We must ask the question to the RJD spokesperson कि ओसामा की आइडियोलॉजी क्या है? ओसामा की आइडियोलॉजी वही है जो शाहबुद्दीन की आइडियोलॉजी थी. फिरौती, मर्डर, गैंगस्टरिज्म, माफिया, जंगल राज.
Thank you,
Arnab. Sanjay Kumar of the JDU spokesperson. Let Sanjay come in.
Yeah.
Professor Pasha, just listen to Sanjay. Listen to Sanjay. Listen to the other side.
Professor Pasha, when you spoke, we did not speak. So yeah, please.
So Professor Pasha, let Sanjay Kumar speak. After that, you come in.
Who was killed in Gopalganj and who he was and who killed him?